Good afternoon to everyone. Have not done a video in a while. This is a quick video, and it's a thought I've been having for a while. As you realize, we're now in like culture. All right, we're in the like culture. Everybody uses this word. Everyone's fiend out for this action, for likes. Every time you hear someone talk, like, 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 you can count the amount of seconds till they say the word again. Our minds are being hijacked. Literally, our minds are being hijacked. Not mine, but many minds are being hijacked. They're not realizing the subtle differences that are taking place within the vernacular that pretty much turn you into a zombie and a clone. And you would have never known. What am I talking about? The language. I'll say it again. The language, the land guage, the land gauge. The language you use will gauge where you land. The language you use will gauge where you land. Think about it. Just your everyday recollection and account when you're outside. The most wretched people, the people that are in the most destitute situations in public, in society, think about how they speak. They constantly curse and constantly use foul language and inappropriate language and don't speak with proper diction and everything slang, and look at their conditions. Then just go to Wall Street or Manhattan, uppity area, and listen to how the people talk. A lot less vulgarity, proper diction. They're formulating their words correctly. You're not going to hear a man in a business suit or a woman of high position using, well, you shouldn't. Like. You're not going to hear that. The way you use the language will gauge where you land. Even back in the days when we were using Old English and all those type of things, when we were recently released from slavery and we had a better grasp on the language, they didn't want us to read so bad. They wanted to keep the words hidden. They did not want us to understand so bad. Not just so we couldn't understand life, so we couldn't navigate society, but also because words have immense power. And when you gain control of the language, you'd be able to gauge where you land. And they don't want this. And up until now, they don't want this. And this is why everyone is dumbed down and we're in like culture. Like. More degradation of the language is going to lead to a further degradation of the people that misuse it. Plain and simple. My highest advice for all young people, 16 and above, one of the first things you should do is get a Black's Law dictionary. And before you wield the language, understand it. Because you might think you're saying one thing, and in actuality, you're saying something totally different. And the instructions that you think you're giving, let's just say, for example, the word black. Keep calling yourself black. Well, according to the dictionary, if you keep calling yourself black, according to the dictionary, black means evil, it means devoid of life. Certain set of individuals set up this dictionary, a very high society, Webster, Oxford. You have to do some research. and realize that these words, while you think some words mean something, to them it means something totally different. That's why you need a lawyer every time you go to the court, because you're viewed as an incompetent ward of the state. Even some of the richest men in the city are still viewed as incompetent wards of the state. Why? Because we don't understand the language, so we're not able to gauge where we land. My next 3 years of living are going to be dedicated to gauging my language a lot better. I'm going to utilize it because I understand words are power. So why would I use the weakest, lowest vibrational words to bring me down to a frequency that is just low level? If you look at language like radio stations, when you tune into the highest form of language, you're tuning into a beautiful orchestra, a symphony, something everyone could listen to, maybe not like, but it is agreeable. It's the cleanest frequency you could be at using the highest level of language. When you start using low levels of language, consider yourself hanging out in the gutter of the universe. And if you're hanging out in the gutter, then you have to be around gutter individuals and gutter entities and gutter energies. This is why the language is so important. And this is why we are socially engineered, and certain words are put into society, society, so, bind up, tie, put together. This is why these words are given, because if they give you words to help you enslave yourself, they no longer have to do it for you. And a lot of people thought slavery was dead. Well, I challenge you to look up the word emancipation, proclamation. Slavery is still alive and well. It's just done through words now. There was an announcement by an elected official. That's what an emancipation proclamation is. Slavery as a law is not abolished. Far from. It's just done on paper. And it's being done so well that they just sit back and relax, because we enslave ourselves every day. Everything we sign, we put our signature to, we sign our nature over to, that we don't understand. All the words and language that we wield, that we have no inkling what it means. We don't bother to read dictionaries. We don't bother to read anymore. You have to understand the language to be able to gauge where you are going to land. Get out of the like culture. They're going to destroy you. Constantly needing likes from someone else, you're going to just hate yourself. You have to love yourself. Then what someone else's opinion of you will not shatter you or bring you down when you love yourself. So you won't need validation from everyone else. Start understanding the language to gauge where you land. Get a Black's Law dictionary, the earliest edition you can find. And instead of watching silliness, start reading. Have a great day.